let me first take this off and show you what an icon's cap is going to look like. The whole top half of this wig is completely hand tied. Someone took their hands and tied these little fibers onto it. Heat-friendly synthetic fibers are great because there's less shine to them, giving it a little bit more of that human hair-like finish. But let's get going and start to showcase all of the 12 styles I have here for you today. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm excited to share with you all 12 of Belle Tress's newest Icons collection styles. But before I jump into it all, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. So several months ago, Belle Tress released 12 new Icon styles and they've finally been able to start shipping out over the past couple of months here, and I'm here to show you all 12 of them. Now what I'm going to do in this video, because I am showing you 12 wigs, and if I talked about each one in great detail, we would be here all day long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the Icons collection cap because it's the same amongst them all. I'm going to talk about the fibers. I'm going to talk about everything that's the same among all of the caps. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to quickly showcase each style, tell you their color, give you a little spinaroo, and then move on to the next. So most of the talking is going to be at the beginning here, and the rest of the video is going to be a little bit more snappy. So let me first take this off and show you what an Icons cap is going to look like. So all of Belle Tress's collections each have a different type of cap. So this one here is going to have a lace front made out of that monofilament material. So we have monofilament going all the way around, almost around, I guess, your silicone ear tabs here. You have a metal stay underneath it, and that metal stay, it's bendable. You can bend them. And that is what allows wigs like these to be glueless and allows you to, not have to adhere it to your skin in order for it to stay. If you didn't have the tabs or the metal stays here, you would have kind of flappy edges here. So this is what allows it to stay down against your head without flopping around everywhere. And then of course that lace front or this monofilament here allows you to pull this back and off of your face while giving you the illusion of growth from your hairline. On top of that, all Icons collection caps are going to have 2 layers on the top here. So this is a hand-tied top, and we have this on more of a tulle material. And there's, like I said, 2 layers here. It's nice and soft. It's going to feel great on your skin. This cap, in my opinion, is the most comfortable Belle Tress cap. So if you're looking for comfort, you have a sensitive scalp, this cap is probably going to be really nice for you. But just note that the fibers on this hand-tied top, they're not tied onto monofilament like this material you see at the front here. And monofilament is a material that you would see on the majority, I would say, of other caps, other styles amongst different brands. It's what you would probably see the most of when you're looking for that natural illusion of scalp and the ability to part it anywhere you want. That is not on this. This is tulle material. It's 2 layers of it. And these fibers here are not sewn onto the cap like they are onto a monofilament. You're going to find that the knotting on this tulle material is going to be a little bit bigger. I will show you that when I put this one on. Next up, we have this partially hand-tied stretch cap. Super stretchy, super comfortable again, stretchy up and down, stretchy side to side. And this is going to allow it to fit lots of different head sizes. You also have your extended felt nape here and your Velcro adjusters to adjust your circumference. So that is what your Icons cap is going to look like on every single Icons style basically that you're going to get. Now, with all of the Icon styles, as well as all Belle Tress styles in general, they're made with heat-friendly synthetic fiber. Heat-friendly synthetic fibers are great because there's less shine to them, giving it a little bit more of that human hair-like finish. So it's not super duper shiny like doll hair. So that is definitely a pro to heat-friendly synthetic fiber. However, a con to heat-friendly synthetic fiber is that it needs heat in order to maintain the fiber and help keep the fiber looking good and fresh and almost like new. And you especially need heat when you're looking at these longer and curly or wavy heat-friendly synthetic fiber styles. So just keep that in mind that if you were to get a long heat-friendly synthetic style, such as this one I'm wearing right now, that you are going to have to maintain it with heat like a hair straightener, a hot air brush, something like that, quite often. Now you'll know that your wig needs heat when the ends start getting like crunchy and frizzy and frazzly, and when your fingers are hard to get through the fibers and they're getting all clumped up together. And that's due to the friction against your clothing, all the rubbing around, the tangling, and just your general daily wear. Stuff like that's gonna happen. Now, all of that being said, if you get a style from the Icons collection or any other Belle Tress collection that is above your shoulders, sort of a mid-length style and shorter, all of that crunchiness and frizzly and frazzly ends, that's not going to happen near as much or near as quickly as it would if it's a longer style. So the maintenance on mid-length and shorter styles is going to be far less on a heat-friendly synthetic fiber style than these longer ones that I have here. Now you'll also find on all of these Icon styles that I'm showing that they don't have any permatease in it. Permatease is that short-haired crimping effect done at the root of some synthetic wigs that give you lift, give you structure, give you shape, and also they hide some wefting within your cap. Now, this is, like I mentioned earlier, a partially hand-tied cap, meaning the whole top half of this wig is completely hand-tied. Someone took their hands and tied these little fibers onto it. The bottom half has the closed wefting where it was sewn into rows by a machine. Now, sometimes you might see some permatease within the closed wefting. However, on these Icon styles that I'm showing you today, you do not find any permatease in any of the closed wefting. And overall, these Icon styles are going to be a low to medium density. But let's get going and start to showcase all of the 12 styles I have here for you today, starting with, of course, the one on my head, and this is called Witherspoon, and this is in the color Brown Sugar Blonde Rooted. Now here we have another longer curly one. This one is called Roberts, and this is in the color Truffle Cream R. And this is about a low to medium density. All right, the next one here is called Swift, and we have it in the color Caramel Toffee Blonde R. This one here is called Berry, and I have it in the color Buttercake Blonde Rooted, and this is a pretty low density. All right, now this one is Streisand in the color Soft Amber Brown R. And again, this is a pretty low density style. Now this cutie pie is Andrews in the color Mixed Berry R, and again, a pretty low density. Now this one here is called Cyrus and it's in the color Truffle Cream. Now unfortunately this color is not actually available. This is the unrooted version of Truffle Cream R, but this one was sent to me as a sample a little while ago and it's unfortunately not able to be a color that is purchased. But of course we can take a look at the style here, and I also showed Truffle Cream rooted earlier in this video, so you can go back and look at that. Now this one here is called Twain, and this is in the color Milkshake Blonde. Also, same situation where I was sent a sample color. This is the unrooted version of Milkshake Blonde rooted, and unfortunately not a color that is available to purchase, but we're here to look at the style today. Now here is a similar style to Twain, and it's called Houston. I have this also in the color Milkshake Blonde. Again, the unrooted version of Milkshake Blonde rooted, and not a color that is able to be purchased, sadly. Now this gorgeous long one here is called Spears, Also in the color Milkshake Blonde, which is the unrooted version of Milkshake Blonde Rooted, unavailable to purchase, sadly. I think this is the last time I have to tell you about the unrooted Milkshake Blonde. All right, now here we have Streep, and this is in the color Buttercake Blonde. And although it's not Milkshake Blonde, this is, again, the unrooted version of Buttercake Blonde Rooted. Again, unfortunately, not a color that is available to be purchased, but you can find this in Buttercake Blonde Rooted, which I showed earlier on the wig Berry. But let's take a look at this style. All right, last but not least, I have the wig called Dion, and I have this here in the color Truffle Cream. Again, let me do my spiel. The unrooted version of Truffle Cream Rooted, which is unavailable to purchase as this was just a sample that was sent to me. But I did show Truffle Cream Rooted on the wig Roberts, which I showed earlier in this video. So let's take a look at Dion. All right, you guys, that is it. That is all I have to share with you. Now, I know I didn't really talk about the fit of these, so I just wanted to throw that in right before I ended this. But overall, I find that these fit pretty true to average, but are fairly petite head friendly. Me, as a petite size, don't feel like these are humongous on me. They're just a little bit big, a little bit of extra room in the cap, and I'm able to bring the adjusters in to make them fit me. But then, like I was showing you earlier in this video, these do have a lot of stretch in them. So I do find that these are a really good option for a lot of different sizes. But anyways, you guys, I hope this was helpful to just at least showcase the styles that are in the Icons collection, or at least the 12 new styles that have been released this year in 2026. I know half of the colors I showed you aren't necessarily colors, and I'm sorry about that, but hopefully you were able to take a good look at the styles and half of the colors that are actually available. Anyways, that's all I have to share with you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.